Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
You just suddenly feel like someone has dug their nails into your skull, and then you hear the voice in your head. It's rather rude to spy. Come out now.
Voltaire walks in.
Cayden follows.
Oh, Andy's already.
So Rian is in there too.
Voltaire walks in. Gentlemen, what a happy coincidence.
Yes. A happy coincidence. Then you hear that voice in your head again. You're fortunate. I've already had my fun for the night.
Most people say me being fortunate is a good 3/4 of the reason I'm still breathing.
I want to attack.
Yeah, that seems.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I thought Rian was the super happy one.
You want to attack.
Does Andi make any movements that seem
No. Does Andi think of attacking?
She's probably been mulling it over the whole time since
That's
before
true.
they were going in the doorway.
Does Andi have the thought to actually strike now?
The last thing he said, was it in their head or was it out loud?
If it's in the deep voice, it's been in your head the whole time.
I don't remember.
The last thing said was, I think, from the Bone Mage who was laughing,
The Bone Witch is laughing, but the last thing actually said was the Mind
I think if she
which
wants
was
to,
in the head.
if she wants to attack so bad that she doesn't remember who said what, I feel like
the thought has crossed her mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she just kind of does it. I don't feel like Andi has a lot of thoughts in her head.
but there is an unconscious impulse.
yeah,
there's a
probably.
let's go.
Yeah.
An abstract let's go do
She's
this
just
now.
really annoyed. She's
Okay.
done.
So he's had time to prep.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Do you want me to
Alright.
lie?
He moves to attack and then is shut down.
Like complete shutdown?
Like, does she shut down?
She shuts down, as in her body just refuses to move.
Oh,
Does she
she does not like
collapse?
that.
As
Does it feel suffocating?
her brain is no longer sending active signals to the body. She's just frozen, just locked right in that moment as her
Does her face still work?
Nope.
Dang it.
She wouldn't send the thoughts to her facial muscles.
She wouldn't be able to breathe if
thinks. She can still think, yeah?
Yeah. Well, that's right. She isn't breathing right now.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh, that's a problem.
That's uncomfortable.
Is it just uncomfortable?
No, she's probably panicking because she is not there's no reason.
I would
breathe.
define
she can
that as
breathe She
suffocating.
can breathe underwater. I don't feel like she has had a shortness of breath or any sort of suffocation in a long time.
Oh dear.
So, I feel like it kind of kicks her a little bit of her claustrophobia into gear.
Gosh.
Just, it's not a closed space, but it is that suffocation, so it kind of the same reaction.
The Bone Mage glances at the Mindbreaker. I think it would be best if you controlled your friend. My husband here is not the most gentle hand when he has to control someone.
Seems like he is the protective sort.
Does no one have any reaction when you see that Andi is literally frozen mid-jump?
I will say
Cayden's
we don't.
unsure.
I will say that we don't know. We don't know that she's not breathing.
Yeah.
Rian just moves into a defensive stance and is ready to draw any of the knives or guns. He's not going to do that, but he's at the ready.
I'd be careful if I were you. Rings in Rian's head.
Friends, it seems that we are a little unprepared to face... forgive me, what do I even call you? I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Names mean so little. This would best describe me. And Voltaire, you just get a series of wild images and noises and sensations just in a rush that are just maddening and make no sense. You're going to take 6 strain.
Ooh.
Okay.
What are you at?
He's still conscious.
Mm-hmm. My God.
He's at 12 strain.
Oh.
He gets that. He staggers, puts a hand to his temple. He's just like, how about I call you by your given moniker, the Mindbreaker? Is that agreeable?
He smiles. That works.
Excellent. So, friends, can we just not get ourselves killed in this particular instance? It seems like these 2 gentlemen are open to a conversation.
We have no more quarrel with you. We almost have what we came for. We just need to get the last vermin that scampered out into the tunnels.
So one of them managed to get away.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Unfortunately. Seems a few of them have the capacity to hide themselves. You see Andy's face is like turning red.
Mr. Mindbreaker, would you kindly release my friend, at least so that she can breathe?
Am I gonna pass out after this?
You can breathe again.
Did she suffer any strain or wounds?
Yeah, something.
But suffocating character suffers 3 strain each round at the beginning of their turn. Until they're no longer suffocating.
There were no turns.
Well, yeah,
So-
there's like a minute of conversation.
With the amount of conversation, I would say that is 2 rounds worth.
So 6.
6 strain.
Jeez.
So he lets you breathe again, but you're still frozen.
That's for the best.
Probably.
Thank you.
Now that we've done what was your job before we were brought in, I will be sending someone to pick up the bones that I left.
It was unfortunate that the Inquisition was willing to make such public nuisance.
Public? No one saw what happened there. My husband was very good at making sure any witnesses were elsewhere.
Oh no, I was referring to the subsequent car chase that initiated you being brought in.
Yes, the Inquisition are rather less subtle.
About as subtle as a freight train most of the time. So tell me, now that your contract is complete with the Order, what are your plans for what our dear professor was hiding?
Once we acquire it, we will give it to our employers for a hefty added fee, of course. And then I'm thinking vacation somewhere nice. Private island, maybe.
I could recommend a few, although I'd have to be assured that the staff don't lose their skeletons in the process.
I don't work on vacation.
Sometimes work leads into pleasure. Just had to make sure.
Now, are you just going to continue holding me up and making it more difficult to find the rats, or is there a purpose to you being here?
Well, our purpose, you see, me being me, I don't really feel like it's very nice for anyone to have the ability that ritual provides anyone. So frankly, I'm here to make you an offer.
What kind of offer?
You say you are going to provide the ritual to your employers, the Order, for a hefty fee, of course. I'm saying we can cut out the middleman and I will simply give you the money you would demand of the Order.
Ah, so you want the ritual then?
Yes.
Perhaps. I have not made any particular agreement yet with our employers, and giving them such a ritual is not technically within the bargain that was struck.
From what I understand, all they wanted was the Inquisition gone, and Voltaire looks around. It seems your dear husband has done that more thoroughly than I could ever attempt.
Oh yes, he does quite good work when he's allowed to have his fun. Let's say we do give you this ritual. How does 5 million sound?
Voltaire does take a minute because that is a fair chunk of change.
Remember, the negotiation skill does exist. You do not have to go straight to, all right, wealth check to see if I can afford 5 million.
I have negotiation.
You are currently frozen.
And you also will likely not want to negotiate at this time.
No, she you can't, the Mindbreaker knows what's going on in her mind. She's just offended that something like this could be, that they feel like it could be sold.
As of
Mindbreaker just smiles at Andi.
I mean, she's just been very annoyed and upset this whole time, though.
My dear friend, 5 million, even in our line of work, draws attention when gathered swiftly. I can confidently get you 2.5. That wouldn't draw attention and would give you and your dear husband enough to buy whatever amusement you feel on the private island that you choose to go to on your vacation.
Negotiation check.
I have 1 yellow and 4 green.
Well, that's not.
He has a lot of presents. He's a swanky man.
And technically, they are being employed by the Order, yes?
Yes.
Which would make them temporary members of that faction.
Oh.
Yes, but you are currently acting counter to the Order's interests.
The Order doesn't know.
Yes, but I'm just saying a talent that gives you a benefit when dealing with members of the Order, I would say it would not be valid in this instance.
Everyone here probably knows that the Order would rather have this thing than not.
Yeah.
Pooh. Okay. Story point? Story point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flipping it back.
Naturally.
Isn't it? Cool. Is it negotiation versus other? It's a negotiation.
It's negotiation versus negotiation. And luckily, Voltaire has a much higher presence than the Bone Mage.
Nice.
Shocking.
Having 5 presents does help.
3 million and you have a deal.
Done.
Now let's see if you can just throw 3 million at this guy.
Oh, frick.
I have 5 yellow.
It's true.
I have as much in the wealth skill as you can possibly get in the wealth skill.
Are there talents for the wealth skill?
Not
5 million is 3 million is still a ludicrous amount, which would make it an impossible check.
Whoa.
Impossible.
In mechanic, that is a type of check.
Because it's absurd that anyone has that amount of money.
Yeah. You could feasibly have a net worth of 3 million.
Yeah.
That's true. We're not just going to have 3 million liquid.
Yeah.
3 million liquid capital.
Why that is an impossible. So, for those who don't remember how that works, you need to flip a story point to make it even possible, and then it is 6 difficulty dice.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot you can't.
I may have a way to get around this.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Can I use my heroic ability?
No. Getting information from your angel father will not give you more money than you already have.
Hey, Dad, can you tell me what's going to happen in this?
Hey, Dad, I need my allowance.
Hey, Dad,
tell me where.
Okay, in that case, I have nothing that will help this.
Other than 5 yellow.
5 yellow.
Other than 5 yellow, that's still impressive.
You're flipping the story point to do the impossible check?
Yes, I am.
Is there a choice?
Can you flip a story point to upgrade?
No. You just flip the story point.
No, I flip a story point to make it off.
Actually, no, I won't flip it back.
You will? You won't?
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. That is surprisingly kind in this scenario.
Very kind.
Very kind. Who am I?
I don't like that.
He's saving them up. Everyone run.
Scared.
All right. Success with a triumph.
Holy crap.
GG's.
You have so much money.
So I was going to make it that this 3 million would negatively impact future wealth checks because that's a lot. But
that's a lot of
with
money.
That triumph, with that triumph, you are able to shell out that 3 million without it having a negative impact on your total wealth later.
Nice.
You have a lot of money. You still have a lot of money. You will always have a lot of money.
Hey, you will be able to pay him. Do you mind making this deal official? And he takes out a knife and he pricks his finger.
Ooh.
He then takes out a check and puts his blooded finger on the check and then puts it to his mouth and whispers some words in the language you don't understand, and then hands the knife and the check to Voltaire.
Yep, we're making it official.
We've already established you have enough money, so I don't know why it sounds like that.
I got a bad feeling about this.
They don't really make it this creepy, though.
It's true.
She's just like, give me your
making it
number,
official.
jeez.
I mean,
a PayPal.
Yeah. Venmo?
I mean, I imagine in the time that Voltaire worked with the Bone Mage, he would have some idea of what this meant.
So this is a thing that people will do sometimes in the supernatural world, in the very high echelons of wealth, where basically it is a blood oath of sorts, but like...
Your check won't bounce.
In the sense that it is an actual check, so legally you will have to do it. But if your check did bounce, there would be a backlash at you.
Wow.
Okay.
Do you want to like check your
Can you pay back your student loans?
Do you have an app to check on your bank account, make sure that's going to be chill?
No,
Would Voltaire do that?
It's also a way to just make sure that someone does not renege on your deal.
Yeah. I just think it's...
Yeah, Voltaire does it.
All right, he has to prick his finger, and when he puts his blood down, then the 3 million writes itself on the check.
Wow.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I'm just imagining the Bone Mage rolling into the his local bank or sending in, like a picture using the app of this bloody check.
A direct deposit. Oh, can never get the light right on this.
Whoever's checking that is like
fuzzy.
Why is there
Picture
blood
was
on
not
this
clear.
check for $3 million?
All right. And then Bone Mage sticks the check back in his coat. Pleasure doing business with you. And he waves a hand, and the skeletons just rush down the tunnel.
Where's the thing that was promised, though?
They're going to get it.
They're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So this also means, like, with this, like, they have to hold up their end of the deal, too, right?
Correct.
Yes.
They have to actually get it to get the 3 million. So yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he just nods his greasy head to you, and then follows his skeleton army.
Which direction is the skeleton army going? Are they coming back
Down
up?
down the storm drain tunnels.
Cool.
The Mindbreaker follows, and then he pauses, almost forgot. And the suddenly sensation returns to your body, which would feel very weird after having
pins and needles. Pins and needles.
Yeah,
that
all of you was asleep.
Everywhere.
And you were mid going forward when you so I'm guessing you're gonna fall on.
Yeah.
And then the Mindbreaker lets out a short bark of a laugh and then follows his husband out.
She would say things that she felt like if she could.
The Mindbreaker is gone, Rian is going to calm down and get out of his little defensive stance and relax a bit.
Voltaire would walk over to Andi and just kneel down and be like, Andressa, are you okay?
She just kind of looks at you blankly, but also, and then it quickly turned into frustration and then back to blank. And just kind of I don't know what's going on kind of face. My brain can't process everything that just happened. Face.
I believe you're suffering from the Mindbreaker. He is known for breaking minds, but I imagine he is a little more skilled than just breaking.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but it's been quite a long night, and we probably shouldn't stay in an underground bunker full of massacred bodies.
No, let's get out of here.
Let's go do
now.
I agree. Also, gotta make sure that the girls aren't in too much trouble upstairs.
They weren't in too much trouble sitting quietly in a church.
All right,
I still knock.
When you guys get back up, Joan Julie and Elianna are
I'm
fine.
gonna help her up the stairs.
Yes, Voltaire would offer. Does she accept?
Yeah, she's too phased not to, unfortunately.
Question:
Oh,
Are the
okay.
stairs
That's how you
still
know
pitch
she's
black,
unwell.
or did the light switch turn lights on in the stairs?
That's a good question.
That'd be hilarious.
The light switch lights on in the stairs as well.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You gotta make sure, people.
I feel dumb.
Is there a light switch? Like I'm assuming
At the
we
top?
up here see
At
the
the
lights
top of the
turn on.
stairs.
Is there a light switch there?
There was not a light switch at the top, no.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
I still feel dumb. And like I need a shower.
So when you guys got up, so Joan's like, what happened? Are you guys all right? Julie said she smelled a lot of blood down there.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, then close that up so she don't smell it no more. But we're fine, mostly.
Andi looks less than fine.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on over here?
Rian's working on moving the pews so that the stairway is closed up now.
Andi ran face first into a mental block from the mindbreaker. I managed to talk him into letting her breathe.
Okay.
Oh.
And then he managed to talk the bone mage into giving us the ritual for how much was it, Voltaire?
3 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Joan's joking.
Joan lives paycheck by paycheck.
Do we want to?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Do we want to go find somewhere to let Andi sit down or something?
I think we should just find a place to rest. It's been a long night.
I think we can safely go back to my place now. I have plenty of space for everyone.
Is the Inquisition gone then?
They are very, very much gone.
Well, those ones down there are.
Yeah, who's to say there aren't any other places they could be hiding?
Well, this isn't the end of the Inquisition as a whole. Obviously, they're a worldwide organization.
It's the end of them in Vegas for a good while.
No offense, but I wish I could believe that.
Rian, would you want to send anyone into Vegas after witnessing what we saw down there?
Oh, of course not. But I don't know if the Inquisition would feel much inclined about that.
The Inquisition may be fanatics, but they are most certainly not stupid.
Okay.
Let's just go. We spent too much here.
Yeah.
Let's just get out of here.
Well,
we can figure out where to go in a little bit.
Right, I'll just finish up closing up the stairway here. Just moves the pews around.
If that's like the end of that, Voltaire, do you think you could talk your bosses into, since you're on a roll today as well with talking people into things, talk your bosses into getting the warrant for Rian taken away? They've got they own half the police, right?
A good number of them. I'll see what I can do. Remember, I'm supposed to be in Paris right now.
True.
Okay, let's go.
Where are we going, I guess?
Like I said, we can go to my place. I have a fully stocked bar and enough couches and beds for everyone.
Sounds like a plan.
Allons-y.
All right. We have some cooldown time now.
Ooh.
Julie. So we're at Voltaire's house?
All right, we're going to Voltaire's place.
Yeah.
We have a couple days.
We have a couple days.
Oh, jeez.
No murder happening.
Andi goes to bed.
Rian asks Voltaire if he's got a large clearing he can do a little training in at his place.
Clearing? Like in the what?
An apartment.
Just a place with a lot of space that's empty.
Maybe get the ballroom?
Yeah, that'd work, I guess. That's clear.
Voltaire will just put a hand on Rian's shoulder and just be like, Rian, your dedication is admirable. But how about we wait for the combat training until after I get your warrant revoked?
Fine.
when they get to Voltaire's place, Cayden goes straight for the bar.
Ah.
Yes.
Joan goes straight for a bed.
Yeah.
Rian just goes to the window and looks outside.
Joan is going to be asleep for 10 hours minimum.
That's
Andi
fair.
is going to be asleep until someone wakes her up.
I don't know what Elianna's doing, and she doesn't know either. So,
Well, after Cayden gets a drink, wait, was Cayden there when Rian ordered that like water so specifically?
yes.
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 Just making
Water
okay.
with 3 ice cubes. Is he gonna make Rian a drink?
Yes, he is.
Laughing at that ice cube.
Yes.
He's laughing.
So funny.
Oh my gosh!
What
Well,
is
Rian's
that?
looking out.
Oddly specific.
Rian's looking out the window right now. Correct?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know what Cayden's doing at the bar as he's just trying his best to maneuver around it. At least water's easy because it's water. He is going to ask Voltaire, Voltaire, where do you keep the whiskey?
Top right cupboard.
All right. Facing it, facing the wall, I guess. All right, thank you. And he pours himself a whiskey, gets the water, the specific 4 ice cubes, and he'll walk over to the window where Rian is at, and just kind of gesture his cup over.
Rian looks at it for a second and takes it and he says, "Thank you." Then he just sips it, takes a sip out of it.
Kane just kind of takes it back.
Elianna goes to get the first thing Elianna does, but after just sort of standing for 30 seconds, not sure what to do with herself, she goes and changes out of her leather jacket, combat boot getup.
Julie is also just follows Joan to collapse as well.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They don't bother changing out of their walking clothes off and collapse.
It's that kind of moment. Yeah, I get it. I feel that. I really feel that.
Voltaire has to make some calls.
Yes, he does.
Because he has 3 million to round up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which even with the successful wealth check, that's going to take some time.
And so this next bit, doing some time skipping. I want a brief description of what your characters do after all this insanity, finally having a couple days to rest.
Are we done?
As far as you know, you won. It doesn't feel like you won.
No.
But the Inquisition have been massacred.
Yep.
The opposite issue have fulfilled their task and are now magically bound via $3 million to give us the terribly dangerous ritual that very few people know exist. It seems like it's pretty much over.
Okay. I want to hear what other people are doing first.
Andy's probably going to sleep for 24 hours. And then
it's a solid day.
She is just escapism. And then she's going to take a shower and she is going to figure out if they're done. She's going to ask herself because she wants to leave. She's done. She's done. She wants to know if she can go home or go somewhere else.
Not done.
Not done.
Done.
Oh, she's so depressed. Okay, cool. She'll just get dressed and just lounge, I guess. Maybe she'll order a pizza. She'll tell Voltaire to order a pizza, actually.
She does get a metaphysical counterpart to a comforting pat on the shoulder. The sensation of it's not too far. You're close. There's
This is a lot for her. She's just there are things she was so ready to just beat down, and then he just bought the way out of it, and she was like, "That's what." And other things. She just has some stress relief to do. Anyway, she's gonna tell Voltaire to order pizza.
After Voltaire calls his boss to call the boss of the police to get Rian's warrant taken care of, as well as hopefully get Rian's wallet back to him
and get a pizza
and the cards. No, he wouldn't order a pizza. he would actually seriously consider going back home to good old Miami, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Fair enough. I mean, I would leave, probably. This has been a lot.
Joan checks her old place and finds out that someone has been paying the rent in her name while she was gone.
Huh?
Hello?
Which she's curious and wondering about that, and she texts Voltaire, like, you wouldn't happen to have paid for my rent while I was gone, would you? Like, doesn't think he did, but she can't think of anyone else she knows
who has that much disposable income
who would just casually pay her rent.
Voltaire would actually legitly take a moment to think about it. He's just like,
did I?
Did I? Then he'll text back honestly. He's just like, if I did, I don't remember doing so.
So Joan is going to file that under things to look at later. And then she's going to just spend the next day just hanging out with Julie in her apartment, and they're going to talk and try to figure some stuff out after everything that has happened, and Julie now being half vampire and everything that entails.
Okay. How many days is this? What, 2? Are we doing this in like 2 days? Okay. The first day, Cayden mainly just, like, after knowing that Joan's going to her apartment, he just decides to stay at Voltaire's, like, asks, like, if he could just crash there instead of going to a motel or something. And, like, the first day, he just seems kind of, I don't know, doing random things, like keeping himself busy, like he's cleaning his guns, checking what he still has on him, but just kind of thinking, because in his mind, if they're done, someone's going to come for them soon. And he's just kind of wondering about how that's going to go. But then he remembers something, so he's going to make a call that day. He wants to contact the bishop he talked to at the end of the first season.
Ooh.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
He wants to try to set up a meeting with him the next day.
Oh.
Interesting.
I forgot about this guy.
Yeah, I forgot
I don't remember how this guy talks. Did he have an accent, or did he just talk like this?
I don't think he had an accent. I mean,
okay, no, I'm remembering. Okay. Well, I don't know. We don't need to roleplay that, I guess. He would be surprised, but definitely willing to set up something.
He would have asked if he's available tomorrow, like the next day. If he says yes, then he'd like to meet with him.
Next person.
All right, so first day there, Rian would ask Voltaire if he has taken care of the situation with the warrant and if he can get his wallet back from the police.
It would take about a day, but he would be able to clear the warrant and make it so Rian can get his stuff back.
All right, so that would take up the first day, I take it. So, all right. On the second day, after he gets his stuff back, he'd probably take a taxi back to the university to go pick up his truck.
Right, because we did leave it there.
And then drive out to his campsite outside of town.
I think it's funny that no one's really talking to anyone.
Well,
we're all just like, yep, done.
I mean,
people need to recover in their own ways.
It's true. Oh, I have one more thing I was wondering if I could do.
Oh.
So since she asked the water and they're like, nope. Can she figure out, can she get more information about that? Can she use her heroic ability? Because I can use it twice, I think.
Ooh, do you have frequency?
Yeah. What else am I supposed to use these ability points on?
No, I just wanted to...
Yeah, I got it last time. Because I just kind of have a bunch I haven't used.
What does Elianna do during this time?
I don't know, I'm thinking...
We gave you plenty of time.
I've been thinking the whole time.
I know.
Okay, what is Andi doing?
She just wants more information, like, hey, so if I have to be here, why? What else is coming? Is there still Inquisition here? Is there other stuff going on? Can I just, why?
She need more information, no.
No, nothing? No more information? Okay.
She just knows she's going to find out soon.
Oh boy. So are we not doing any scenes in this time?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
I would like to have one with him. because of.
Yep.
But that depends on, I guess, what Elianna's doing.
What I'm trying to decide right now is if she talks to Voltaire before she does that. Because she's been acting weird and has been blowing up at people. And I'm trying to decide if she's too overloaded to, like, apologize for that and have a conversation about it. I think, okay, she's going to spend the night at Voltaire's place with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's gonna go try and get a hotel room somewhere to get some space.
Where is she going? A hotel room?
Somewhere reasonable. Nothing super fancy, but also not like a motel. I think she wants a minute to herself to figure out what the heck she wants to do.
So she gets like a hotel room on the Strip, but not like a suite, just a hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's gonna, she's at least gonna spend a day there trying to figure out what she wants to do with her freaking life.
An hour after she gets the hotel room,
she freaking saw it. Yep.
Gets a knock on the door.
Oh, bugger.
Very firm and solid knocks.
I don't like that. She grabs her purse because, it's been a crazy couple days. And she goes to look through the peephole thing.
She sees the chest area of a well-tailored suit.
What color is the suit?
It's fairly simple. This one that he's wearing right now is just white and black. White shirt, black suit, black tie. But it is all of the finest make.
Okay. Elianna's gonna take a second. Then, she's gonna open the door.
She opens the door to reveal a man who is nearly 7 feet tall and built like a fortress or a tank. Massive, broad shoulders. Elianna at 6'2" is absolutely dwarfed by this mountain of a man. And this isn't fat. So this mountain of a man in an extremely expensive suit looks down and says, Elianna.
Hello, darling. Sorry I'm late for dinner. Would you like to come in?
He ducks his head under the door and walks in.
Elianna closes the door.
I was surprised when you didn't show up. 3 months ago.
Time does fly. I had some urgent business to take care of.
Apparently. Very urgent, I would assume.
Yes.
I wondered if you had died. Until just a bit ago, when money was charged on your card. 3 months without any charges. Where might you have been with this urgent issue?
That's a little bit difficult to explain.
Oh?
I was gonna, take a few hours here to formulate an adequate explanation. But it seems you've caught me with no excuse.
I'm not a fan of excuses.
I know you're not.
It was quite an upset when you vanished.
I am sorry about that. I really should have given you some kind of notice.
Quite an embarrassment. It does not look good when your wife seems to vanish.
Elianna's got nothing. She's got nothing.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you
did everyone else know she was married? Is this because I haven't listened to the whole?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if this was a surprise just for me.
Well,
No,
it is.
Yeah.
None of the
Well,
characters
everyone
know.
was surprised.
Cayden suspects. That's it.
But
Yeah, Rian knows nothing.
Cayden suspects, and that's it.
Cayden overheard a phone call.
Hasn't had the time to still address it yet, and oh well.
Donovan looks down at Elianna and grabs the one chair in the hotel room and sits down in it, his just massiveness barely fitting in it. Explain.
I don't know that you would believe me if I did, honestly.
He leans back. Then perhaps I can explain.
Elianna raises an... Like, she's been keeping it pretty disciplined up to this point, but she raises an eyebrow at that.
You spent some time traipsing around the city with your lover and an assorted gaggle of others. Then, without warning me beforehand or making adequate preparations for me to explain such an incident, you ran off to another world. How am I doing so far?
I don't know about lover, but, up to this point, you're doing pretty good.
I did research on him. I know your history.
History of years ago. Lasted like 6 months tops.
Yet here you are still, when you come back, running around the city with him.
Why don't we talk about other worlds?
I am not an idiot, Elianna. I live and work in this city. One does not get as successful as I do without knowing who owns this city.
Fair enough.
I keep my hands clear of that business. It gets far too complicated far too quickly.
On that we can agree.
So what are your plans now?
That's an excellent question. I was planning on coming to talk to you, so getting a little bit ahead of schedule there.
And?
Well, that's what I was going to figure out before we met up.
What is there to figure out? Knuckles pop. He doesn't crack his knuckles.
No.
He just moves his hand on the armrest and knuckles just pop. Ever so slightly.
Well, thinking about the optics of this, I wonder if it wouldn't be simpler for me to just stay off the social map of the higher business world in Vegas.
You see like some cold calculation go on behind his eyes. I put a considerable investment into you. And you are not stupid. You figured out by now what your purpose was. You leaving the social scene defeats that purpose.
What if I don't want to fulfill that purpose anymore?
You going to run off with your lover then?
I don't... Nope, I'm not gonna say that to this man. Nope. Sorry, hold on. That's none of your business is not a great... I don't think that would fly well at this time.
Yeah, saying that's none of your business to this 7-foot-tall wall of meat.
Who also happens to be the source of all your money.
Well...
And, like, he has way more money than he grants you.
And you're, like, legally bound to him.
Yeah.
In at least some small way.
There's all kinds of reasons why it's a bad idea.
Going on right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'd do. Honestly speaking.
You would not do well with nothing, Elianna. Which is what you would be left with if you continue down this path you want. or think you want.
I did pretty all right up to this point.
You don't know yet what it is to have nothing.
What do you mean by that?
With your return, I'm willing to bet that your relations with the she are a bit strained at the moment. You do not have them to run back to.
I'm well aware of that.
And your father, for all the power that he has over his tiny corner of the world, is a rather small man. His eyes narrow just ever so slightly.
What's that supposed to mean?
I can remove him.
I'm sorry?
I expect a return on my investment.
Do you want to define remove for me?
This is a big city. People go missing all the time. You went missing, and you were a much more considerable social presence than he is. I doubt anyone outside of his little gang would even notice. Perhaps the police would even be thankful.
What do you want to happen next?
You can return to society. We can concoct a story about your kidnapping or something along those lines. It'd be a miracle that you've returned. Rescued from the clutches of some evildoer or some such. The story can come later. Of course, many parties will need to be arranged to celebrate your safe return, and you will be on my arm, and I will get a return on my investment. They'll have to keep a much closer eye on you from now on. Can't have any paparazzi find you running off with ex-lovers. That would be a scandal, and I cannot afford those.
I'd like to know what a full payout on this investment looks like for you, because from my perspective, you haven't invested a whole lot here.
Your credit card bill before your departure says otherwise.
And how valuable are your relationships, your business contacts here in Vegas? I'm sure they're much more valuable than the pittance I have spent, relatively speaking.
As long as you are still of value to me, my investment has not yet fully been returned. Once you are no longer of value to me, you can run off with however many lovers you wish. You can get a divorce. Have fun running around with your father's gangbangers. But until that day, you are mine.
Can I have a few hours to get my things together?
Of course. I will have men waiting for you. Then he stands up and begins walking out. As he leans under to duck through the doorway, looks back at you for a second, and don't think you can get any of your new friends to get you out. Magic is such a limited form of power. And then he leaves.
Elianna punches a wall. episode. I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you've not checked the content warning tags in the episode description for this season, I would do that now, because we're getting into the zone where those are going to be relevant. If you are enjoying today's episode, please consider telling a friend about it. And speaking of friends, I would at this time like to thank our generous friends and patrons, Aimee Clark, Richard Wyatt, Shane Ruman, and our newest patron, Russell Parker, who gave us the most lovely review on Apple Podcasts that made me feel a lot of emotion. So thank you so much for your support and your feedback. And yeah, you're awesome. You're great. You're all awesome. If you would also like to become a patron and get this fancy shout out in the middle of the episode, you can go to patreon.com/thegenesysarchives. And if you want to support us elsewhere, you can find us on Tumblr, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We also have a Discord server. All of the above are linked in the description. And if you also want to leave a review, that would be pretty sick. Again, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to check the content tags in the episode description if you think at all that you might need them. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye-bye!
Hold on, stop you guys for a bit. Nathaniel, Zander, tell me you guys are with me and that the whole time you're thinking of all the ways we should kill this man.
Yes.
I've had a detailed
Thank
plan
you, Aimee.
on how this man is going to die.
I was like, it's a good thing Andress is not here. She does not like oppressive people.
This man is crossed.
My inner Voltaire was just like, he was just sitting there, he was just like, I want to interrupt this, but this is good. I want to interrupt this, but this is character development.
Oh my goodness. I love playing that man. I hate that man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to beat that man into something resembling primordial ooze.
I want him to suffer. That's what I want.
I want to slice and dice, then shoot, then...
No, I want to take away all of his power from him before we kill him.
Aaron wants to leverage him.
Basically.
I don't know what I'm so freaking screwed. I don't know what to do. What is supposed to do with this?
You're screwed.
Voltaire still has his 2 days.
Well, that's true. We haven't really heard what he was going to do with those 2 days.
Right.
We're having a pizza. That's what you're doing with your day.
And getting my warrant and wallet. And
we have talked about this
stuff taken care
what?
of.
We have talked about that.
What about that?
About strategies for...
I don't wanna. I don't know. I don't know what I can do in terms of... I was just sort of hoping that would be there just in case things got crazy.
Things did get crazy.
I think things just got crazy.
Yeah, but it's a different way. This would have just so much easier if I didn't go get a hotel, if I just showed up the second day, back up at his place.
You walked into it. I was going to say, like, oh, so you pay for the hotel with your credit card, but I was like, I'm not even going to say it. It's obvious. Like, I know exactly what's about to happen.
I knew what was going to happen also. She's got a lot.
Hey,
well then,
what happens next, people?
What is Andi doing on the second day, or what is Andi doing in these days? She's sleeping.
So she woke up on the second day, presumably, or the first day. I guess the evening of the first day depends on when the other one ended. And I don't know. Is everyone gone?
Yes.
On the first day, if it's the first day, Cayden's in the apartment doing
slept for a full 24 hours.
Yeah, and then she took a shower.
So it was like late into the night.
Oh, well, then people would most likely be asleep whenever she woke up to go take her shower.
Yeah.
Again.
Right.
So everyone's either asleep or gone. So she's going to go take her shower. And if no one's awake, she will order a pizza herself. and she'll do some scripture reading.
Cool.
And then she'll just veg out and watch TV, I guess.
Just for the rest of the day?
No, for the rest of the night until people wake up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just all night. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Well, she's already slept 24 hours. She's not going back to sleep.
That's a fair point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Cayden's up by like 7:30.
I mean, she'll talk to people if they talk to her first, is basically how this is going to go. Or if they irritate her because she's not in a good mood because she has to stay.
Didn't Cayden already have a plan?
Yeah, but he still has to go to the meeting on the second day. We didn't establish exactly when that would be, but he has to wake up to go do it. Otherwise, he was staying at Voltaire's place, wasn't he?
Yep.
That's happening later in the day.
So, second day, he's headed to the meeting. Rian is going to his campsite.
Okay.
The apartment. Where's Voltaire?
We haven't decided.
Voltaire has a huge wardrobe, right?
Yes, massive. So, what's Voltaire doing on the second day? Because the first day, we already determined you were spending that getting money, getting Rian's warrant.
Personal belongings returned.
Yeah. The second day, he's gonna take the most expensive bottle of wine that he owns, and he's gonna set to searching the city for Elianna.
Oh boy. I love this. This is fun.
And you will just sit in Voltaire's house alone then.
All right, and I forget, was that on the first or second day that she had that convo with Jonathan?
It was the first day. She slept
Okay.
over at Voltaire's place and then went to...
What does she do after that?
Well, let me just read a little bit out of the player handbook real quick.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
Oh, I can't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I think there's nothing I can do at this hotel. I'm assuming he brought people with him and then just left them there. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. There's nothing I can do about that because I don't think I can turn invisible with my magic, and if I do, there are going to be problems. So,
Wait, you have a stone of glamour, don't you?
I do, but what am I supposed to... Look, if I do anything, there are going to be repercussions.
Okay.
Which is the problem, because I had lots of ideas about things to do.
It seems like if you don't do anything, there will be repercussions.
Yeah, I think the move is to go home.
I forgot something.
Oh, gosh.
What'd you forget?
She needs to have a conversation with Voltaire about what he's going to do with the thing that he bought.
Ooh.
Okay.
But if he just like heads straight out while she's not paying attention, then she'll just have to do that later.
Okay. So where would Elianna be partway through the second day? Would she be following Donovan's orders?
I mean, what am I supposed... Like, I can follow the orders, or I can murder the mans. Those are the two options, and I'm not going to murder the mans.
Okay,
I guess.
Okay, so in the second day, you would be getting fitted for a new dress.
Rad. Love that.
With two guards standing by. Two men in nondescript black suits, with the suits just loose enough that you can't see the guns beneath them.
Yeah, that's not new. I'm assuming this is happening at home. Are we somewhere else?
Yeah, you'd be out at some,
in public, where friends can see me.
You're right. You're not ready yet for the big reveal, so
no.
So it would be at your apartment, or at your suite, or whatever.
I've made great decisions with my life.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. I'm trying to understand how Elianna could want to marry this man.
That's a good question.
That's an excellent question. One to be answered later.
Rian is out at his campsite. He just reaches his campsite.
Oh, gosh.
You're going to make a vigilance check.
Shoot!
I love this. Party separated.
I swear.
Vigilance checks.
Too yellow.
Lives reverse falling apart.
Okay. You
My
fail.
apologies.
Shoot. You notice the shadows shifting, and then suddenly there's pressure at your neck.
Oh. This is great.
Does it feel like a handhold or a gun?
Nope. A needle point of pressure.
Oh, hello. It's a knife, isn't it?
Do you try to do anything?
Shoot.
There's like a pinprick of pressure, just.
Does it feel like it went into the neck, or is it at the...
In the neck.
Yeah, Rian immediately reacts by going out and pulling it out of his neck.
It's a syringe that has been emptied.
Oh.
Oh no! What?
Now
By
you need
who?
to make a resilience check.
For what reason?
Resilience. I
What the
That's-
frick
This
is
isn't gonna
this?
be good. This isn't
What's
good.
your resilience?
Am I allowed to use intense focus for this?
You can't focus.
I
The
can't?
world's going blurry.
Shoot, 2 green. I would like to flip a point.
Rip in pieces, my guy.
But
Yep, rip in pieces.
All right, I'll flip it back.
Yay. I was like, I ain't flipping that point. I don't care the consequences. I need a yellow in there.
Everything goes black.
No!
Before it goes black, you see standing over you, just stepping out of a shadow, a figure all in black with over one shoulder a golden cross.
Of course.
Of course they're still here.
Of course. Of course.
Jeez.
Literally, we said that. We said that.
Of course they're still here.
That's what we said.
I know. I'm just mad about it.
Cayden, how are you going to that appointment?
He was gonna ask. Well, depend on the day. Like he was gonna ask Rian to drive him to the church
Okay.
or whatever.
You call, you get no answer.
That's disconcerting.
Oh.
Where are you?
Well, I guess he technically hasn't left the apartment yet, so he's still in Voltaire's place.
Okay. What do you do?
He's gonna try calling again to Rian.
Okay, no answer.
He's then gonna call. Who to
Would
call?
Cayden find that ominously weird or unusual?
He's a skeptic and paranoid person for most of his life anyway, so yes, he finds that odd. He's gonna contact Voltaire first. He's gonna call Voltaire.
Okay.
Voltaire,
Yes, Cayden, what is it?
have you gotten in contact with Rian at all recently?
No.
He's
As I understood it, he went back to the desert.
which is very quiet, right? And still has a signal, I assume, because we've contacted him out there before. He's not answering.
And
You don't find that odd? I mean, you can call me paranoid, but it saved me most of my life.
honestly, at this point, I'm willing to trust your instincts, but what do you propose?
I suggest we find a way to investigate it, see if anyone else knows what happened to him, if they've been able to call him. Like, after I hang up, you could try calling him if it's the same result with you. Gotta find out what's happening.
Honestly, Cayden, if he's not answering you, I highly, highly doubt he's going to answer a phone call from me.
Then should we get everyone else together and figure it out? Look, I know we've all had a long week, I guess, and finally had a little bit of a break.
I guess we weren't as close to this being over as we thought.
I think somewhere I might have thought that, but I think we all just needed that break. But I don't think we should take any chances, especially since we still don't have the ritual in hand.
You do have a valid point. I'll see if I can get a hold of Elianna.
I'll contact Joan then.
All right, you hang up. Voltaire, vigilance.
Ah, frick.
Well, there. I swear, if you pass, I'm gonna be like, how?
Maybe
This isn't initiative, is it?
No?
Pure
Maybe
vigilance.
I'm actually in the safest place I could be at this time.
2 green.
And yes, I would like to flip a story point. Thank you.
Flipping it back.
I should have flipped for the vigilance too, dang nabbit.
Oof. You see nothing. You just feel that pressure against your neck. Resilience.
2 yellow.
Ooh.
Our resiliences and vigilances are flipped. Whoa, that's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice.
All right. You fail miserably, but you get a triumph. So you get a bit longer on your feet before you collapse.
What?
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of failures.
No fair.
Voltaire, you feel that pressure against your neck, and you see a man step out of the shadows in all black with that gold cross on his shoulder. He walks towards you, and you start swaying as your legs start getting weak.
He's gonna throw as much holy fire as he can at this man, or at least he's gonna try.
You try, and you're just too exhausted to reach for the power. There's nothing there as you just... The man walking up to you walks closer and says, "He's been wanting to speak with you."
Shoot.
And then he pokes you in the forehead, and that slight backwards pressure collapse backwards.
Rip.
Voltaire's out.
Voltaire loses, and he loses his most expensive wine. The real shame of this situation.
Yeah, that falls to the ground out of his numb fingers and shatters.
Oh, true waste.
That's probably like a $3,000 or something wine. Like,
yeah, that thing was. Yeah,
I like that a lot.
For the love of all things.
All right, Cayden's calling Joan.
Hello?
Hi, Joan. Are you all right?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? No, Julie's fine. Julie's been adjusting pretty well so far.
That's good. That's good to hear.
He hasn't been like taking bites out of me or anything.
Well, that's good since I ain't even there to stop us, so I thank her for that. Have you been in contact with Rian at all recently?
No, why?
I mean, it could just me being paranoid, but he's not answering his phone. Like, he was supposed to just be out at his campsite, wherever it is, but we've been able to contact him there before.
Do you think something's wrong?
I feel my instincts tell me yes, but I'm not certain. I told Voltaire first, but he's going to contact Elianna about it, so I decided to contact you.
Do you want to meet up somewhere?
I'm still at Voltaire's apartment. Andi's here with me, I think. Like, she's
okay.
Probably...
Yeah, I'll grab. I don't know. I'll ask Julie if she wants to be involved or not, and then I'll head there either with Julie or not. Depends. But I'll be on my way in a bit.
All right. Well, just be careful, no matter what.
Okay.
All right. And he hangs up.
And Joan turns to Julie.
Not happy, Jonathan.
Joan starts putting her clothes back on and turns to Julie. Cayden called. I think something's up. I'm going to head out to help him out. If you want to come, you can. You don't have to. Julie starts grabbing her clothes too. It's like, I think I can help. I don't know. I think we've seen today that I've got it controlled down a bit. Like, I think I can help. What's the point of having vampire super strength and speed if I can't do something with them, I guess. All right. Yeah. Let's get our stuff then. And then vigilance checks.
No.
Joan's
happy,
vigilance.
Jonathan.
Rest in peace.
No one is happy about this.
I am not.
I'm okay
happy.
with it. I haven't had to do it
Andy's
yet.
chilling eating pizza in Voltaire's apartment. Keep the
And
doors
she's not
locked.
even really probably noticing that Cayden's just in the apartment. Like, she
Yeah.
probably could hear the
I imagine
conversation, but
he's
she's not
pacing
listening.
at this point.
A little bit.
Andy's just chilling the way she wished she could have done the whole time.
Okay, how hard is this vigilance check? Seriously, for all of us. How hard has it been?
Well,
He
Probably
just
pretty
laughed,
difficult.
Nathaniel,
so-
considering that both of us have the comparative vigilance of toddlers.
All right. They both get out of bed and are partway through getting dressed when Julie stops and just something. We're not alone. And then Joan, like, focusing, senses the dark magic and immediately throws up a shield.
Dark
They out
magic?
here using dark magic.
They aren't as righteous as
I
we
don't
thought.
know why
I mean,
I'm
I knew
surprised that they're absolute hypocrites, but here we are.
And she does not have time to focus.
Sadly.
I guess you could say the ends justify the means.
Well, that's what they would say.
Still,
Everything for the glory of God, I guess.
Because of course God would be okay with you using black magic as long as
He'd
it
be
was
chill
to
with
destroy
that, you know?
everything. Yeah, he'd be super chill with that.
All right, Joan throws up a shield, which is just in time to catch the syringe. Like, great on her shield, just bouclier. And she turns to look at Julie, but Julie already has the syringe in her neck. She catches Julie as Julie falls. Like, Julie, what's happening?
Where are you? Where are you?
Kill this man.
Joan like has her wand out and her shield bracelet glowing with power, wand out, like the tip glowing. It's frantically looking around when the figure steps out of her shadow with a knife that has a series of strange glowing runes on it that cuts right through her shield. And follows in the other hand with another syringe.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm
Dang it.
I don't know that this could have gone worse.
Why do I feel
Or go exactly according to plan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, his plan. I mean, for us, just in general, I feel like
No, this is horrible. This is the
This
worst.
is just my gut feeling that for some odd reason, I feel like Donovan is partially behind this.
What? She went with him.
I know.
Why would he be
but
responsible?
Okay.
I don't know.
this man
Cayden.
running around with a
Cayden and Andi.
ski mask and a syringe.
A small rift appears in the center of Voltaire's apartment,
Cayden, who has been pacing in paranoid, draws his sword cane immediately.
and then what looks almost like a Amazon or FedEx box drops out of the rift
Okay.
onto the ground.
Where is this?
In Voltaire's apartment.
Voltaire's apartment. And then
That
it closes.
she'll turn around for that. What?
Andy, what happened? I heard a thud.
Don't open it.
Do you have like a pen knife?
He's holding a sword currently in his hand. His cane is a sword, and as soon as the rift opened, he had already drawn it.
She didn't ask for a sword.
Yeah, but like,
There's a. Did you order anything?
no, did you?
No.
There's a note.
No. I
There's a
didn't.
note taped to the top of the box.
Is it like, do I need to go open it? Or is it just
Well,
kind of
you
there?
know,
Can I read it?
It's there, and it says to Voltaire, and it is folded. Like you would need to open it to read the rest.
I'll read it.
It says, "Thank you for the 3 million. We're going to enjoy our vacation."
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Hello. Oh no.
What is it? What is it, Andy?
No.
He's making his way over to where he thought the thud was, slowly.
It's a box.
Was there any address or note or something to say who it's for?
Why don't you have a look?
Don't hurt yourself, Nathaniel.
All right, we're going to flip away from this scene for a moment.
Dang it. Ugh. I was prepared. I was ready.
I'm
for
not
something.
happy, Jonathan.
Go over to Elianna.
Oh,
Happy.
lovely. I have armed guards.
They're
Vigilant.
stepping out of
I
shadows.
have armed guards. Okay.
That apparently doesn't matter.
What is your vigilance?
I'm
I will be rolling
looking it up,
vigilance. for your
Jonathan.
guards.
I'm looking it up.
Your guards are also rolling vigilance.
I put my character sheet away because I thought I was just done at this point.
You're never done until he says you are.
I thought he said I was pretty definitively.
Apparently not.
2 yellow and 1 green.
Nice.
And I have not the slightest suspicion that anything is coming.
All right. You have just enough time to hear one of your guards have an slight intake of breath.
She turns to look.
Right as you see both of them grabbing at syringes in their necks collapse to the ground.
Okay.
And then you feel
Okay. Yep.
they're resilient.
What
okay.
about the people that were dressing her, though? What
Yeah,
is she getting?
does the sewer get got also?
The sewer sees that and runs.
Fair enough.
Oh, wow.
Book it out of the apartment. GG's my
You
resilience.
mean the seamstress or possibly
Right.
the tailor?
But
I was
yes,
using
the
the-
scene.
Gender neutral. It's 2 green.
Yeah, you go out cold.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay, seriously, Jonathan, how hard are these resilience checks?
The
Honestly.
resilience checks are formidable,
Oh.
and the vigilance checks are versus the character's stealth.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm assuming there's red in there then.
Several reds.
That's what I thought.
But still formidable. Oh.
This is about to be so much more interesting than if I had stayed at Voltaire's apartment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Then Donna
All right.
would have found you there. Would you have wanted that?
Okay, so then back to Cayden and Andi.
Oh, my gosh.
Shoot.
I guess Cayden's going to make his way over again to the box. And so she just said, why don't you take a look? And he was like, well, I would prefer not switching senses at the moment. Could you be clear if there is a note of some kind or an address? If you would be so kind.
You know, I feel like for safety reasons, it'd probably just be best to destroy it.
Of course.
There
There you go.
All right.
They got into Voltaire's place too.
There you
What?
go.
3 yellow
What?
and 2 blue.
I love Andi so much.
Good vigilance, though. Gosh.
Let's see if it's good enough.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Andi?
I think it's 2 yellow, green, and 2 blue. Let me look. Yep.
Not bad either. Is it good enough?
All right. Right when Andi says it would be better to destroy it, Cayden, you smell black magic.
His sword's already out. Can he swing in the direction that he smells it?
Mm-hmm. So he cuts right through open air.
It was worth a shot.
But he struck a little too fast because the magic comes and then the person rises out of the shadows.
He's not completely aware exactly how that worked, but it was worth a shot.
So he swings the sword and then the guy pops out of the shadows and both of your necks.
Resilience.
Yep.
Okay.
My resilience isn't that good either. It's 3 green.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, saw that coming.
We're all captured.
I have 2 yellow and a green.
Nice.
Yo.
That's good.
Can she flip us? Nope.
Too late.
Sorry. You fail with a triumph.
That's something. That's better than
What does that mean?
You get a moment. So as Cayden falls, you see this figure all in black with that golden cross over there.
Much unlike my gorgeous silver cross that Andi wears sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And is wearing, because I think I said that was what she was wearing last.
You look at this woman, and she is the spitting image of your sister.
You know, that's unnerving. And I'm confused. And now I'm down for the count.
And you pass out very confused.
I bet I'm going to have some bad dreams.
As you both collapse, the shadow picks up the box.
Oh my god.
No.
Come on.
My man's
We
paid
worked hard for
$3
that.
million.
I knew
for
it
that.
couldn't be that easy.
I
knew it would be that easy.
He hesitated. This is what I've learned. Don't hesitate to attack. Don't hesitate to destroy. Just do it.
Yep. Good policies.
She's not
And Voltaire, you wake up some amount of time later, strapped to a table with a light right into your eyes. And when your vision clears enough for you to look at your surroundings at all, the only light is from that one light above you. It's darkness everywhere else. And standing at the edge of the light is a man in robes and a mask covering half his face, with a staff in his hand topped with a cross. The figure looks down at you, and he takes off the mask, revealing the hidden half of his face looks rather demonic. Red and black, scaly flesh, and one bright red eye. He looks down on you with hatred and disgust as he hisses, his staff beginning to glow. Confess. And that is where we will end.
Man, I feel like the Inquisition is the most hypocritical bad guy we have ever been against.
Least tolerant for other people's sins, most tolerant for their own. I'm so as soon as the first second the words forced confession out of game left your mouth, Jonathan, I was like, this is gonna end with us strapped to tables. That's all I know. That's all I know about this upcoming campaign. That's all I know.
Jonathan, is it my older sister or my younger sister? I don't know what it would be because I didn't know I had one.
I was thinking your older sister.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. I think Andy's probably the baby of the family anyway, actually.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right.
And I was assuming that Voltaire recognized this person. Or have we not met him yet?
Seems
you have not met him, no.
I just like when you're like he has a demonic face, I'm just like this hypocrite right here.
Yeah.
Well, if you might remember a while back when the man was in the intro scene was doing a monologue about about humans.
That's true.
Their sinfulness.
That's true. Why didn't I think about my dad? That's so stupid.
I vote Elianna.
I also vote Elianna.
Thank you.
So this session, I'm giving everyone 30 experience.
Bless you.
You are a glorious man.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
I feel like
beautiful human being.
I love it. This is going to be interesting.
Didn't even.
I kind of really liked Andi. Mainly really just from the gung-ho, I'm just going in ready to tear shop out of it. I mean, there wasn't much role play in that regard, but like it was really new and I loved it a lot.
That little bit
I
at
knew
the end
it wasn't going to be that easy.
I knew. We all knew it.
We all
come on. We all knew it.
You couldn't have just let us have like session before you dropped the ball on us.
What were we supposed to do we were supposed to just hang out for a session? We don't do that anymore.
Hey,
what world do you think we live in?
Rian conversation, but it's like, no, let's figure out what the 2 days are first. I was like, no, I get to have the convo.
It's only been like 5 days
Jonathan
since it started, right?
Aaron, that scene that I've been talking about that I really wanted to do with you, not going to happen anymore. Because Donovan came to me.
No,
I didn't go to him. I was going to bring some backup, and it was going to be you. So
Jonathan,
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
I love all of it.
Right?
I liked it.
Like narratively, I love all of it. As a player, I'm not happy.
I'm actually really excited for all of this, dude.
I'm very pleased.
I am very happy with this.
I've been waiting for the forced confessionals to impact my life.
Me too.
Oh man,
I've been ready.
So next session tomorrow? Question mark?
Actually,
Monday?
I wouldn't mind.
No.
No,
play
no
on
Sundays.
Sunday.
You don't do Sunday
anymore.
Ooh, besides, I gotta
Anymore.
spend literally all day tomorrow editing because we got a big boy session coming out.
Yeah, we got a big chunk coming out
Yep.
next Friday,
Mhm.
which you didn't like. You wanted me to postpone any mechanics moments because of how beefy it is, right? Is that what you
Yeah,
were
we're
saying?
not doing a mechanics moment for this week.
Got it.
There's not time.
Right. Even if it was
It'll
talent,
already be
'cause I made it
huge
short.
anyway, and I don't have time to edit that, so
Got
we're
it.
just gonna keep it.
I'm still excited to do motivations.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I'm most excited to do, but that's coming a while from now. So
Motivations are fun.
Motivations are so fun. They
It's gonna be a fun mechanic.
get you with
Fun
good.
when you remember them.
yeah.
It's just like, let's go. Wait 1 second. I'm afraid of the dark.
I am
Let's
afraid
roll
of the dark.
this back a moment. Sorry, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Like I know that she hesitates at the top of the staircase, but I like imagining that she gets halfway down the first switchback and then like freezes and then slowly backs up.
Yeah, probably. That could have happened because it's like light until you get to the part where you can't go anymore, and then it's not.
Then there's no light. Nope. It's gone.
Oh, man.
I should have talked to Voltaire before I went away.
And then everyone catching Rian in the van. I was like, how do I say this without saying
Welcome
this?
to my life.
Oh,
do you
Elianna.
have any idea how difficult it has been to keep that secret? This is the primary thing for Elianna, that if you go back through season 1, it's everywhere. It's scattered throughout. It is very difficult keeping a secret. One time, Aaron and Zander helped quite a bit when Jonathan was like, "Is there any reason you're so pressed for time?" And I was like, "Maybe."
Are you guys okay? How did I do with Donovan this time around?
Jonathan.
Did you kill him?
He was so good.
Kill him.
Jonathan, he was so good.
Scummy.
He's everything I wanted him to be. He's so
You're so
good.
brilliant. We all want
He's everything I wanted.
I like I said, I want to destroy him.
Can I assume that Elianna married for money and not for love?
I can assume that.
Safe to
I mean, yes.
You can assume
that.
I
yes.
will neither confirm nor deny anything about anything at this juncture.
Which is fair. Gosh. Man, and I was denied the chance for Cayden to not feel as guilty about his past things. And now he has to confess to not the person he wanted. So thank you, Jonathan. And that makes me feel so much better about myself.
I love this confession because it's everything she hasn't. Andi hasn't done confession for like probably 40 years. We'll say she did a little beginning, but not recently.
Aside from the brief confess at Moroni Johnson's place, in hundreds of years since Voltaire has willingly.
I don't think Rian has ever.
I have a feeling it's going to be more than like 5 Hail Marys here.
Oh yeah, the penance is going to be a little bit more than 5 Hail Marys.
I can't wait. I can't
I'm
wait.
thinking, Elianna's.
I feel like I'm. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say maybe like a few times when she was a teenager, but other than that, nah.
I'm really excited for this, especially because in our history we're getting a lot into Catholic art, and so I'm like learning a lot more about
I
it.
love that.
And so I'm really in the mood for it right now.
Yes. That's the stuff. That's why I chose all of my books for my reading class based off of Unseen World themes.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
guys, I love y'all. I'm gonna go process everything.
Go
that just
process.
happened.
Go take a nap. Or go to sleep. It's 10 p.m.
For 24 hours.
GG's,
man.
everybody all did a good job. I'm gonna stop recording.
Getting information from your angel father will not give you more money than you already have.
Hey, Dad, can you tell me what's going to happen in this?
Hey, Dad, I need my allowance.
Hey, Dad,
tell me where Captain Kidd's buried treasure is, please.
It was a joke, Dad. It's not you. You're good. I don't need money from you. I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay. In that case, I have nothing that will.
Without it having a negative impact on your total wealth later.
Nice. You have a lot of money. You still have a lot of money. You will always have a lot of money.
Hey, guys, do you want me to tell you something?
What?
So I decided to put that check in like the generator that they have here.
What did you roll?
For the app? No, I wrote it like 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think he only succeeded like 5 of them.
Wow.
And when he succeeded, he often had threats.
Well, good for you, my guy.
And occasional triumphs. I'm just saying, like, the odds were not good. So, good job.
In our favor.
The universe is paying you back.
Yeah,
for what?
For all the characters.
You will be able to pay him. It's like, all right. A brief description of what your characters do after all this insanity, finally having a couple days to rest.
Are we done? Because, like...
That's the feeling.
Because I know we're not done. But, like, if the Inquisition is gone, are we theoretically in the game.
One might theoretically in-game assume.
As far as you know, you won. Like, it doesn't feel like you won. But like has her wand out and her shield bracelet glowing with power, wand out, like the tip glowing. It's frantically looking around when the figure steps out of her shadow with a knife that has a series of strange glowing runes on it that cuts right through her